that after conducting your regional committees, then you are coming to the zonal committee. So the regional committees are also part of the Southern Zone Conference. So I will congratulate all regional committees and the entire Southern Zone leadership present here for this marvelous conference. Comrades, I will try not to repeat what my earlier speakers have said. I will try to enlighten some other issues. So while initiating my dialogue here, my communication with you all, first of all, with the blessing of Comrade Srinivas Murthy ji, Comrade Ramchandran Nair ji, Comrade Nityanand ji, and many of our senior comrades, we are in this battlefield, comrades. This report by the General Secretary, it is a very, it is a nice report. I want to share one small thing to you, that recently, in the last month, I lost my father, so I had to sit in the ritual. I had to perform the rituals. So while performing the rituals, I requested Comrade Jindal. Comrade Jindal and our team were preparing a report for Northern Zone Conference. And finally, one day I saw the report of the Southern Zone. I saw a very elaborated report. So I am thankful to Southern Zone General Secretary and to the entire team that report, it helped us. It has given a food for thought to us. And finally, very soon, within 3 days, we could form our report and we could place it before our Northern Zone office bearers, and it was admired. So there also I said, it is the brainchild of our Southern Zone. So comrade, I am very honestly, since we believe in transparency and it is our collective house, it is our joint family, so we have to take help of each other. So such a good report, yes, in that report, I suggested some few points. I will suggest that the Jimna Amendment Act, Comrade Binoy Vishwam, yesterday we have said, in the Rajya Sabha, we fought against the Jimna Amendment Act. And comrades, do you know who were the forces who were, when Comrade Binoy Vishwam and 7-8 MPs were fighting in the parliament against Jimna Amendment Act? Which were the forces who were fighting the next day on the ground? Was it the mighty officers association who is claiming that we are now the leaders of this industry? They are our good friends. We have a larger heart. We cannot be so narrow as our friends are, since our ancestors have shown us that path only. So were they in the battlefield when Jimna Amendment Act was passed? I remember Comrade Binoy Vishwam, our chairman, he gave a call to me at 7 p.m. evening. I was moving to my house, about to reach to my house. He said, Comrade, where are you? You immediately come. I said, what happened, Comrade? He said, come to my MP flat. Immediately, with one of a comrade, that day, I even could not manage a car. We hired a auto, one of a auto comrade was there. And since in automobile industry, we are having some auto persons also, Kumar, come. So that day, immediately we went to Comrade Vishwam's house. I said, what happened? Do you know, when we went to his house, what was his status? I am not glorifying anybody, comrade. We don't believe in glorifying persons. Neither I want glorification for myself also. It is our collective will, wisdom and collective effort which which leads us. When we Comrade Moti ji, you believe me, Comrade Nair ji, when we went to Comrade Biswam's house at 9 p.m., he was almost unconscious. With pain in his house, MP flat. Myself, one auto comrade, and Comrade Kailash Joshi, we were there. I said, what happened, comrade? He said, the bouncers in the parliament, they hit me 2-3 times. So, basically he was not comfortable. And one more thing, he was upset that is this the Indian parliament? That the MPs of the opposition, they will be dealt in that way. So he was in a trauma-like situation. But he said, I said, comrade, we salute you for your struggle. And after that, immediately we took him to the doctor with that auto only. After taking medicines, we could take some food with him. And then at 12 at night, 12 a.m. at night, either it was quarter to 12, I could remember, we left Comrade Binoy Biswam in his MP flat. And do you know, when we were about to go, what he said to us, comrades, in the parliament, it was my duty, we fought in the parliament. But what are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow? We said, comrade, we have to think. We will demonstrate. He said, no, immediately talk to CHV. I remember, comrade, quarter to 12, in front of us, he immediately called LIC Federation leader, Comrade Rajesh, and Comrade CHV that late night. I think it was winter. And then he took SOS from LIC Federation and from CHV that tomorrow there should be a opposition, a protest throughout the country from the financial sector unions. So this is the commitment of your leadership, comrade. This is the vision of your leadership. And the next day, you believe us, comrade, the next day, when we all were in the streets, immediately that night, late night, comrade CHP also issued a message. We also issued a message. It is a matter of record. And the next day, it was AIIA, GIIA, LIC Federation, and the bank unions who were opposing this Jivna Amendment Act. But where were our so-called friends who were opposing us that due to GIIA, their wage revision, hard-earned wage revision is going to be lost? They were never in the streets. Now, comrade, I will tell you, on 9th of July, we had a strike notice. We had a strike against 100% FDI. Whether we had it or not, comrade, tell me. And who was with us in the solidarity? It was the banking unions. It was the LIC. It was the entire financial sector. I requested our joint forum convener. We requested our other constituents. But they said, comrade, ye to aa raha hai. It is coming. What to do? So now you can understand, you can ask them, where were you on 9th of July when 100% FDI was coming? Tell us. And GIIA, that time we had done demonstrations twice. Since we were of the opinion that before introduction of FDI also we will fight, and after introduction of FDI also we will fight. So this is the character of GIIA, that we don't fight only for namesake. We fight, since fight is our livelihood, fight is our determination, fight is our philosophy. We are not fighting only for namesake, comrades. So comrades, Comrade Jindal and Comrade Wagbaji have much elaborated on the last struggle of 3 years And Comrade Kumar had very nicely, he had mentioned in his report the entire details. I thank you, Kumar. It will be helpful to us for making our All India report also. So, comrade, I will tell you one thing, one small thing. In the last 3 years, we all were in the battlefield. Yes, I appreciate that along with GF2 constituents. But comrades, tell me, when we were, you see, at the grassroots level, who is the convener of Southern Zone? Comrade, tell me, who is the convener of Southern Zone? Say loudly, comrade. I am not listening. I am not hearing. Comrade Sabri Muttuji. So what is his duty? Comrade Sabri Muttu has been organizing all the GF2 constituents in Southern Zone. And who is Sabri Muttu? He is the additional General Secretary of GIIA Southern Zone. So who is taking pain? GIIA. Who is the convener of Western Zone GFTU? No, you tell me, comrade. Comrade Jeetu Ingle. So who is leading the movement in Western Zone? Taking all pains? GIIA. In Eastern Zone, who is the convener? Who is dealing all the work at ground level? That is Comrade Tradeep and one AIA leader jointly. So GIIA is leading in South, in West, in East, and incidentally, in Northern Zone, that responsibility has been given to me in Delhi headquarters. So, throughout the country, if you see, it is the GIIA leadership which is at the forefront, fighting with the police, fighting with this management, fighting with the administration. So, comrades, why I am saying this? You see, there may be a small propaganda against us. We are not afraid of propaganda. Rather, we love this kind of criticism. Why I am saying love? Since this makes us, this strengthens us. Our immune system is increased, na? You see, if somebody criticize you, so we gain something, na? They are giving us some energy. I mean, our immune system, I really appreciate them. That they have criticized me and they have criticized GIA so much that now I feel that I am more strong to face the criticism. Thanks for that. I really thank my all comrades. I take it in a positive way. You see, comrades, tell me one thing. From last 3 years, comrade, in spite of analyzing in 2022 what Comrade Jindal said, I will only speak in lines. I will not take much of a time. Who was the association in 2022 when we were fighting for a wage revision at par with LIC? Which organization said when 10% was offered? I will name it in this closed house. But my request is, since we have to carry all the associations together, so inside the house it is my duty to inform you. But we want to organize everybody also. We have to take them with us for a bigger struggle. There is a association who says that whose symbol is tiger. Tell me whose symbol is like tiger? Huh? So, they last time when 10% was offered, they said it is this time either you accept it, otherwise your wage revision you will not get it. And like in 80s we lost one wage revision, it will be like that only. And do you know, when we exposed one gentleman who came to our industry through lateral entry, that gentleman, we were not against any individual comrade. We were not against his policy also. Since we know he is a small man. He was just putting or forwarding the policy of the ruling government. But when we saw closely, that gentleman, he was destroying the autonomy of our industry. He was not allowing the higher management to work. He was grabbing money. We were having reports in huge reinsurance businesses. He was influencing the brokers. There, when we got so, and when we discussed those issues in the joint forum, do you know what joint forum people told us? Let's first fight for our wage revision. Then we will fight with him. I said, comrade, he's the man who wants to become some big man by showing the government a way. You see, in the last wage revision 2022, the idea of that gentleman was that they want to create a narrative in the entire public sector that this performance-linked wage revision, if it would have been successful in our industry, the ruling class, the government and their joint secretary would have been gifted by the government. So, why? Because the government was planning to implement that idea in other public sectors also. So, comrade, your association took the battlefield. We fought against that ideology, and proudly we can say that we stopped the performance-linked wage revision in our industry, and even we could save that narrative, that trend is spreading in other public sectors. Otherwise, the entire country would have been in a problem. So why I am saying this? That comrades, you are from such a great legacy. You have so much to say. So be proud. In Northern Zone also I said, in today's situation, when in other areas we are seeing the leadership of other associations, yes, some good persons are there in every association. We appreciate that. We will not say that only good persons are in GII. There are very good people in many associations. But I am saying overall, what is the line of those associations? So, comrade, I will tell you that when many associations are fighting for money in transfers and promotions, they are fighting for terrorism. They are not opposing labor laws. They are pleasing the government. They are not fighting against disinvestment, against privatization. They are keeping mum. They are the official union of the government. At that time, the GIA soldier is doing a patriotic duty. So you all are patriots sitting here, comrade. So that feeling should be there in you. You see, if you feel that you are a patriot, if you are a patriot, if you feel you will feel, comrade, that yes, a sense of wisdom will be there. Your moral will be very high. In Northern Zone also I said, if you have a will, you have a way. The struggles are led and are won by the will. So first of all, our morals should be very high. Our spirit should be very high. When you go to people, you should have an extraordinary moral and extraordinary courage, extraordinary will. So now, comrade, I will just say one thing with you. In a very adverse situation, we got last year's wage revision. I mentioned one association, Kumar, only 10 minutes. I mentioned one association who was asking for 10%. There was one more, one red line is also there in our industry, who says that we are more redder than you. Now you can understand. There is one, our ideological friend. Our ideological friends are there, no, comrade? I am not remembering their name. Huh?
Yeah.
Is it so?
Yeah.
No, are you sure? Yeah. So, comrade, you see, those friends, Comrade Kumar may be knowing it. They were the first organization who issued a circular that time that this is when we got 12%, and when GIA was fighting for 16%. They issued a circular saying that this is a historical achievement. Comrade, it is a matter of record. Comrade Murthy ji, am I right? So it is a matter of record. And similarly this time also, comrade. And then Comrade Jindal added, comrade, in the last wage revision, we were the first organization who got the information in the evening from GIPSA-C that they had given us 12% increase. One mistake I did. There was a mistake on my part. Comrade Jindal knows that I, in a good sense, in an organizational sense, since I was the convener for Northern Zone, I received a call from national convener in the evening that the GIPSA is not picking my phone. Somebody said he is not picking our phone. Are you having some information? I said, comrade, the information is that they have agreed for 12%. But please don't issue any message. Since after 2 days we are going to meet Finance Minister with Comrade Binoy Vishwam. I requested them for 400. But our people, in the morning when I woke up, I saw message from one in Hindi we say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So one Vishnu ji is there in Delhi. So I saw a message from Vishnu ji that yes, 12% is already given. And then from the national convener also, I gave a call to them that I told you not to release this message. Since if you say 12% is agreed, what message you are going to masses? So comrade, in spite of that discouraging activity, we went to Finance Minister with Comrade Binoy Vishwam, and that was a half an hour meeting in her house before she was going to USA to attend one of a meeting. And she told us, comrade, I can say, my heart, bleeds. It was bleeding that day. When I saw that GI is putting effort, and Finance Minister told that yes, definitely we will not give you much like what you say, like we have given in LIC, but at least some 1.5%, 2%, some increase we will expect. So, comrade, do you know if 1.5% or 2% was not given, who is responsible for that great loss in this industry? So, comrade, you all have to understand that this is the situation. And still, now you tell me one more thing, very interesting thing I will tell you. The classics of the trade union. You see, there are so many big people, big trade unionists in our industry nowadays that I remember on 8th of October 2022, our wage revision was notified. It was notified after that meeting in the DFS. Comrade Jindal has already said that we oppose that in front of that joint secretary. And comrade, to our utter surprise, when that notification came that yes, 12% have been agreed with variable pay or performance linked wage revision, every union became silent. They were enjoying, something we got. But do you know what happened? They were not confident that they will get something. We were confident that we will get 15% or near to 15%. They were very happy that they got something. In Hindi, they were telling भागते भूत की लंगोटी मिल जाए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है ना? In Hindi, there is a slogan that when somebody is running, you can catch. If he leave his dhoti also. So that is also very important. So now you see, comrade, then it was only and only GIIA who, comrade, my comrade sitting in the dais, my leader Sabri Muttu, remember, it was only and only GIIA who has given a statement that time that yes, this wage revision has been imposed on us and we will oppose this performance-linked wage revision, and on 17th of October, we went for demonstration. Alone we went for demonstration. None of the association came with us. And do you know what they were saying? Oh, what GIA is doing. And once notification has been done, still they were saying, oh, notification has been done, but if GIA will go for agitation, government will not release our areas. Government will not release our areas. So you are living with such kind of courageous people, comrade. So much courageous leaders you are living, comrade. Why to worry? Similar things happened this time also. You tell me, comrade, you tell me, this technical allowance issue, we have been fighting for last 25 years. Why we got it this time only? Tell me. Tell me. Since this technical issue was raised by GFTU, and we have also raised it very strongly, GIIA. Comrade, I will tell you one hidden fact. Comrade Jindal told you that when I went to Uttarakhand after 26th April meeting, I received some calls from some big slots, some GMs, that we want to compromise. I would have taken a line, but I told no, our collective wisdom does not allow us. We are part of GFTU and GFTU will only decide. And you believe me, comrades, that from management, we came to know that on 5th of May, the technical allowance was passed in the board meeting of GIPSA. So I requested my dear friends who are claiming that they brought technical allowance, we said, not I, that once technical allowance is passed, do you know what was our line this time? We requested the management, we requested all associations. Now technical allowance is passed on 5th of May. So there was a meeting scheduled on 23rd of May. Comrades, kindly. September. Sorry, 23rd of September. There was a meeting. So we have taken a line, GIA has taken a line. We wrote so many communications to management, what Comrade Jindal has said, that how we can minimize the difference between class 3 and class 1, how we can compensate the class 3, and how our strategy was that when this loading factor we could achieve 14% only, so we can compensate our this at par with LIC through allowances, as we have been doing in banks. That was the simple strategy we were having. So we requested the GFTU that we should not be in a hurry. We should try to take the allowances along with the wage revision. That was our strategy. But unfortunately, some of our big friends again, they went to GIPSA. Through GIPSA, they have given a message to whom? DFS. To the DFS, that please cancel that meeting. Have you heard in your entire life that unions are going to DFS or to CLC to fix appointment? And here appointment was already there. They went there to cancel the appointment. It is a fact, comrade. I am not saying it here. And then finally what happened? The GIPSA C also wrote a letter to DFS and to CLC, and that one big union is there who is claiming, we know the people, since they were not knowing that they have to go to CLC to make some work done, but we are in direct telephonically, what they have to go and they have to deal. CLC was in direct touch with us on phone. DFS was in direct touch with us on phone. I received a call from Deputy CLC that your union has come here. And I asked CLC that, sir, how you have cancelled the meeting? He said, such and such person came. So, comrade, those persons have highlighted our name. In before Deepavali, one campaign was going on. I saw one Katappa moving. There was a Katappa, one film is there in Bahubali film is there, na? South Indian film. So there one Katappa, one character is there, Katappa. I saw that somebody has made Trilok Singh Katappa. I was surprised. I said, yes, I asked Jinder whether Katappa is a good character or bad character. So he said, comment, he's a good character.
Katappa is a bad character, Katappa is a good character.
So Katappa only. Then I told them, why they're in hurry? They are propagating us. But they were trying to create atmosphere that we have breached the workers. You see, they created such an atmosphere. But we people, you see the patience of GIIA. We were knowing the facts. We were knowing who has done what, who has played behind the curtain, and who were the leaders of a particular union who went to CLC and without taking joint forum into confidence, they have tried to cancel that meeting since they felt that now the wage revision discussion should be over, and what line GIA was having, they were afraid that if CLC meeting would have been happened, GIA would have asked for more incentives and more allowances. Officially we would have asked. So this all happened with us, comrade. But still, comrade, I can tell those people that you can blame us. But since GIA, if we say somebody friend, whether he will backstep us, we know. But it is not the first time we are dealt like that. But we will not lose our patience and our brotherhood. We believe in brotherhood. We believe in trade union. Since comrade, those associations are also not our class enemies. Why we are with them? They belong to our class. They belong to working class. That's why we have to excuse them. If this mistake would have been done by the corporates, by the ruling class, we would have fight with them. But now these people are misguided people. These people are for short benefits, temporary benefits. So comrade, don't take them in heads. You just forgive them and go ahead and try to convince them that you have done a mistake. You have done a mistake. Now come forward with GIIA for further struggles. So comrade, this is what I have said. And secondly, comrade, now one congratulations I will be giving it to you. I want to congratulate you all that now GIIA is not only check off in 3 organizations. GIIA is check off in GIC also. During this period, we got recognition in GICD. And about labor laws, I will just say one thing. Comrade, have you seen the administration of Agriculture Department? How many people have visited Agriculture Department? Tell me from here. So if you go and visit Agriculture Department, you will understand what privatization means, what outsourcing means, what is a permanent employment, what is a partial employment. Since in agriculture industry, since beginning, very few people are on the job, others are outsourced employees. In agriculture insurance, I am telling you. So comrade, this government, they don't believe in permanent jobs. And you see, you just see one thing, comrade. Our country is a country where maximum youths are there. More than 28-30% Indian youth is unemployed. Comrade, in a country like ours, where 30% youth is unemployed and more than 30 lakhs vacancies are pending, this government don't want to give job to the youth and they don't want to give protection to the working class. So in a simple line, comrade, this labor law is anti-constitutional, it is anti-working class. The right, comrade, now one thing, then from the dais, Comrade Kumar, my request to all our leadership, please, I am taking some time, you may be starving, but I am requesting you all, there are many welfare associations in the industry. There are many SC, ST welfare associations in the industry. You know that, na? OBC associations are there. Okay? But tell me, comrades, who was the first labor minister in India, who brought many reforms in the Labor Act. He was Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the son of India. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. This government is working against the ideas of Ambedkar. This government is killing the ideology of Dr. Ambedkar. And what my friends are doing, many of our welfare associations, what line they are taking. Ambedkar gave a resignation in the Indian Parliament when the Congress government that time, Ambedkar ji was saying that to protect the rights of the women that time and to give social security to women, he brought a bill which was not passed by then government, Congress government, and he resigned. That legacy you are having, comrade. So my request is that, comrade, as in Buddhism, you know na, in Buddhism there is a line that all monks should spread everywhere and should go and teach and should spread their ideology. So in GII also, in spite of monks, I will say all comrades, you are also your comrades are also like monks. They have you have a very great job to do. So my request to all my friends that go and spread to the rank and file in the southern zone and throughout the country. Let's go and meet people. Let's give them the right picture. Let's create a positive voice in the industry. And one more thing, what I want to say, comrade, that definitely we are going to get this wage revision very soon. But what our comrade has said, our comrade who left, Venkatraman, what he said, comrade, that yes, we have a legacy, we have a vision, we have honesty, everything is there. But comrade, we have to increase our membership. Without increasing the membership, since you say, comrade, we are not, there are only two things which we are having. Number one, ideology. Number two, organization. So trade union movement, trade union rights, trade union act has given us that power to deal with the management. Whatever we got, it is through the trade union movement only. Nationalization, many wages, pension scheme. Now they want to destroy the Labor Act. So comrade, you believe me, if we will not fight against the atrocities which they want to bring through the Labor Act, definitely they want to kill and diffuse the entire trade union movement in the country. We have to resist against that. And secondly, we have to strengthen our organization. Organization is the only tool, comrade, through which we can fight with the management, through which we can show our presence to the government, and through which we can create a positive atmosphere. We can create confidence within ourselves. So, comrade, I am very much confident. I will not take much of your time. That now in the coming checkoff, don't think that checkoff is not only a member game for us. Checkoff is not only a member game for us. In this checkoff, we have to ensure, comrade, what our General Secretary Kumar has said, that we have to ask the government to give us recognition, to give us the right to bargaining. Otherwise, if we have to carry a movement for this recognition, we will do that. If we have to carry a movement to safeguard our comrades, we will do that. And we are ready, comrade. In the last checkup also we have said that yes, what happened in TMP? In class 1, there is mechanical TMP. In class 3, there is need-based TMP. So for class 1 also, our friends, they never fight to surrender and mechanical TMP came. So we will fight for the class 1 also. We will fight for the allowances also. We will fight for the non-core benefits also within a stipulated time. And for the NPS people, comrade, I am telling you very honestly, our friends have consciously tried to provoke the NPS people. And they, comrade Nair ji, I am telling you, since you are a senior most comrade, and why I am updating you, that in this industry they have tried to put poison in their minds. They are trying to divide them. The NPS comrades are the new people. They don't have that trade union roots. So the NPS comrades who recently joined, they are the product of the consumerist society. And they in the social media, they were saying that why unions are fighting for pensioners, why unions are fighting for family pension. So we have to very patiently, we could convince them that comrades, we are fighting for you also. And in our Northern Zone conference also, in South Zone also, I will say, and we have to pledge that each and every comrade has to be protected under 1995 pension scheme, and that will be the real answer for the NPS people. And secondly, comrade, with this conference, you know, when we were forced to go to CLC, since when technical allowance was announced, we were very happy. We congratulated the management, but we went to the convener. I asked Comrade Convener, you see, we appreciate this technical allowance, but this inter-cadre relativity has been a very important phenomena while our wages are concerned. And in this wage revision, Comrade, kindly try to understand, they have tried to play mischief with the inter-cadre relativity. So if inter-cadre relativity is lost, today they may create problem for class 3. In the next term, they may create problem for any other class. You see, it is a sort of privatization of wage revision. If inter-cadre relativity formula is there, then we all are safe, since there will be a proper distribution of the profit and proper distribution of the wages in all cadres, equal distribution. But what private players are saying, what Walbaji told you in this Labour Act, what it is coming, that they will decrease your loading factor. They will increase as per their what private players used to give, some benefits, some incentive they will give to their dear and nears. So that time is coming. So it is a sort of privatization of the wage bill. So comrade, my request is, comrade, at last I will say, we were criticized by one of a great union when GIIA got nationalization, and when 100% DA we got. When 100% DA we got, one of the association, they went for hunger strike, 1 hour strike. I don't want to say. That time also we were criticized. When we were fighting for computer increment, that union said that we will throw it in the Bay of Bengal. That time also we were criticized, our leadership. When we were fighting for pension scheme, some associations said we want second option. That time also we were criticized. When TMP came, when we were fighting for need-based TMP, that time also we were criticized. And today, when we are fighting to retain inter-cadre relativity, it is not only class 3 issue, it is a fundamental issue. If inter-cadre relativity has to be assured, they have to ensure that inter-cadre relativity should not be disturbed. If it is disturbed, the entire wage structure of the future wages, it will be affecting those wages also. So it is a historical time. We have taken a historical position, and sometimes, comrade, in the last I will say, you are mass leaders, you are organizational leaders. Sometimes, every time, don't think that you have to go with a populist voice. Sometimes populism is not good. Sometimes you have to be rational. You have to be rational. You have to face the criticism also. So be brave, comrade. Thus, our vision should be very, very clear, that we are fighting for a wisdom, we are fighting for the people, we are fighting for a true fight. That should be our motto. And I once again congratulate Comrade Kumar Venu and the entire team of South for preparing such a detailed booklet and giving so many good ideas to all of us. Since I have taken some of your time, comrades, I congratulate you, and I am very much confident that this Southern Zone Conference will be a eye opener to all of us. Since I believe that although in North India in numbers we are more, but I believe as a person I am saying that South India, yes, ideologically we have cadres here who are ideologically equipped. So with your ideology, move ahead, strengthen the PSGIC, strengthen the Tenure movement, strengthen GIIM. Thank you so much, comrade. Thank you.
जिंदाबाद
Thank you, comrades. Thank you for such a wonderful speech by our comrade Kulrup Singh. And I request comrade Savrimuthu to advance shawl to him. I request comrade Raji Mumta to give small memento to him. I request comrade Admaji, please be